Yes. Yes. Okay. So you're all like waiting so much for today's event. And I'm really happy that today's webinar is a special day, I must say, because from Monday, all of your FA is going to start, right? For grade 1 to 7, your FA exams are going to start. And 10 standard just wrote their preparatories. And we have 9 standard where very soon they'll be having their final examinations. So it's a right time where we are having an amazing speaker with us, who is Mr. Vinay Patil. He's an inspiration speaker, I must say, and he's a founder and CEO of Skillflix. And today is going to talk about how to face exams confidently. So most of you are scared before writing exam, and you will say you don't know what to write, or you say you forget what you have studied and all. So we have an amazing speaker with us today, and who is going to share a lot of things with you all. And I should say, like, you will really enjoy the day today. So Mr. Vinay Patil is the founder and also a CEO of Skillfix. He is founder and MD of Roots Education, which is doing remarkable work in empowering corporates and students in various skills to develop right attitude in them through his mentorship and signature programs. So due to his electrifying and energetic talk, Mr. Patil is popularly known as Josh Mission in the youth and corporate community. So he has been a national hockey player during his school days, and he's completed his +2 from one of the reputed institutions at St. Joseph College, and also excelling about 96% in his academics. And he's also passionate to serve country. And in year 2005, he's cracked UPSC exam to get a defensive service officer. And circumstances led him to become an electronics engineer from a renowned JSS College, Bangalore. And he's also a great orator and has a good leadership skills by engaging several academic and also extracurricular program within and outside the premises of his college. So today, Mr. Vinay Patil is here to celebrate as a leader, influencer, life coach, and also change maker, empowering over 2 lakh youths across India through his leadership workshop. So thank you so much, Mr. Vinay, for being with us. And I should say, like, yeah, we are happy to have you, and on the right time where you can inspire our students. And also I welcome Mr. Pankaj, who is also there with Mr. Vinay here with us. So over to you, Mr. Vinay, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you to all the wonderful students and parents here. I hope I'm audible and perfectly visible to everyone. If so, you can quickly give me just a moment. Yes, all of you can quickly give me a thumbs up if I'm audible. Yeah, am I audible?
You're audible.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, all the wonderful students. Firstly, I'm really excited to connect with all you young guns here. So charming, you know, sitting in front of your computer, sitting in front of your mobile phones with so much of excitement. Actually speaking, I know it is not excitement, because whenever the word exams come, naturally, you know, it along with excitement, though we might be a little bit excited, but there is something called element of anxiety which comes into picture. We start a little bit fearing, right? So don't worry about it at all. Today, next 60 minutes, trust me, it will be the turning point of your life. I can assure you on that. On what confidence I'm telling you, let me quickly throw about what exactly I do. Already, the ma'am explained what exactly I do, but a little bit I'll throw light. Up till 2019, I have been a person who has been engaging in graduate students, that is engineering students, people who are above 18. I have been invited to give talks to IIT Bombay, various B schools, right? Most of the time I have dealt with corporate world, all those software engineers or businessmen whom you talk. I'm very sure some students might be thinking, sir, then why are you addressing today? If you are very much focused on corporate world, then how is that? See, you can see my pics over there regarding my trainings, the conferences, which I take for usually 18 and above. But I can see most of the students here are somewhere between 11 to 16. Let me tell you, one incident happened, my dear friends. It was in the year 2018, to be precise, just 4 years back. In the month of February itself, I got an invite from a chairman from a school in the northern region of Karnataka. You might have heard a district called Haveri, right? It is close to Hubli in the North Karnataka. There is a small, it's a district. I get an invite from the chairman of the school stating that we have seen your YouTube videos. Plus, the chairman himself was my super senior, around 10, 15 years elder to me from my own school, Sainik School, Bijapur. He told, there is a grave situation in my school. I told, okay, sir, what exactly happened? And grave situation is, March is the board examination, that is CBSE board examination. February, we conducted preparatory examination, and shockingly, out of 44 students, 36 students have failed at least in one subject. Can you believe that? Just 1 month to go for examination, and out of 44, 36 students have flunked. They've actually failed. And do you know the reason behind that? Because that was the first batch shifting from state syllabus to CBSE syllabus. So the entire management, schools, children, parents, they were all with anxiety. Arey yaar, only 1 month, one day month the exams ge yen madbeku. So much of tension. And luckily that invite came. I went all the way. I drove my car to Haveri. You will not believe, my dear friends, I gave 1.5 hours of a talk. It was a 90-minute talk. Today it's going to be 60 minutes here. That day I gave a 90 minutes of talk with all those young students of 10th standard, 44 students, right? Where that last minute preparation, how it has to be. How do you deal with small emotions, which we are going to discuss today. And you will not believe, they all sat there with utmost attention. It was a physical event. Unfortunately, I am not lucky and you are not lucky that we are not able to sit together because of Omicron. But no problem. I know you are sitting at your home, but you can give that undivided attention. You can give that absolute concentration for next 60 minutes. Trust me, do you know what happened after I gave the talk? In the month of May, when the results come, I received a message from the principal of the school, and I will read that message for you. And you know what he said? Good evening, sir. This is Manjunath, principal, Karnataka Public School, Haveri. Today, we got CBSE results, sir. Out of 44, 39 children are passed. Where only 8 children had passed in the preparatory examination. In just 1 month, they gathered that confidence. They used some examination techniques and they were able to do well. 39 children passed. And he writes, 82 is the topper. Overall pass percentage is 89, sir. Thanks for your support. That day, I realized, my dear friends, if 90 minutes of talk can change a student's life, then why don't I, who train corporate people, little bit give attention to the young students over there, like all you wonderful kids here. So in the year 2020, that is just 2 years back, the very famous year of 2020 where COVID came, I, along with the collaboration of Block Education Officer of North, Bangalore North 2, Srimati Uma Devi, we collaborated, and you will not believe, my dear friends, in a matter of 1 month, we addressed 10,000 students in various schools. I was invited to give a talk because I told you, right, in Haveri in the 2019, this has happened. 2020, it became a massive project where I took it as a social initiative and went to schools. And you know what? Everybody were excited. All the students were excited. Sir, we are ready for examination. But what happened? COVID. And you know, all the exams started getting postponed. I am telling you, all you students are very lucky. And those students who are 9th and 10th year, especially, you are the luckiest batch. You know why? Because your senior batch, they were not even sure exams will be there or it will not be there. All year they prepared for examination. Entire year they prepared. But when that exam time came, there was a complete confusion. Exam irutto, exam iralvo. The education minister used to announce the examination, then it used to get postponed again. And finally, they ended up writing in the month of June. The exams which are supposed to be the state syllabus, which they're supposed to write in the month of March, they ended up writing in the month of June. And you will not believe how disturbed everybody were, right? Lot of lockdown. We are all left away from friends. We are sitting at home. All of you have experienced that. And imagine your seniors, 10th standard, how much anxiety they would have gone through. But you know the best part, my dear friends? In spite of COVID, even though the exams got continuously postponed, it was getting postponed. Yet they gathered that confidence and went and wrote examination. And after examination, I get a lot of messages because of that stress buster program, which we had conducted, the thing which I'm going to conduct today. In another 5 minutes, I received a lot of messages. I'll just show you only one message from one student who shared with me on Instagram. And she writes, hello, sir. Her name is Annapurna Bhatt. She writes, hello, sir. I'm one of your followers on Instagram. I'm from Himamshu School, Malleshwaram. I wrote my SSLC boards and I got 621 of 625. 99.36% from your inspirational words. Thank you, sir. Now, she has really touched because it was a tough scenario. We were not sure. Students are not sure exam iruttho ilvo anta. Antadralli papa, that girl sat down and studied well, and she was able to score it. And not only that, some schools sent me a message. I'll share with you so that the management can also see her. One school principal, government high school, she sends a message to Mr. Pankaj, who is my teammate here. Good evening, Pankaj. We remembered you and Vinay sir a lot. This year, our SSLC result is 68%. It's a government school. It's almost double compared to last year. Now, see, it should have reduced because of COVID, but it doubled. Do you know why their results they were able to do what to say? They were able to get the best result, my dear friends. It is not because of my talk. Sorry. You might be thinking, sir, you would have inspired them a lot. No. I just shared certain instances of my life as a student that inspired them so much. Naturally, the way they look at things changed. That is called perception. See, some people who love dog here, if the dog comes, you don't get scared. It is a dog only. But some people, when you see dog, you run away. See, problem is same, but how you look at things. This is what made some students excel during COVID, my dear friends. Let me share a small instance with all of you. You know what happened? There was one kingdom, okay? And there was, just give me a moment. Yeah, there was a kingdom which was ruled. It was ruled by a righteous king. Doddu samrajya ante, adralli obba doddu raja. He was ruling that kingdom, right? And he was a just king, means he took care of all his people very well. All his subjects were taken care. But unfortunately, one day what happened? The Raj Pandit, the Raj Purohit or Raj Pandit, whom you call the king's spiritual advisor, he comes to the court and say, Your Highness, for a long time, you are not going to rule this kingdom, only for a short period of time. Our Raja bejar agbidate. He feels very bad. Arey yaar, what mistake I have done? I am ruling the kingdom so beautifully. Why? Then he says, it is because you have some dosha. You have some problem in your horoscope. All of you are smiling here. I know your parents watch in the morning, right? In TV channel, some Swamijis will come and sit and keep telling, oh, today is Wednesday, you are gone. Shani is sitting on you. Happens, right? But the best part is, whatever may be the problem, they always give you a solution. Don't worry, there is a solution. Go to temple, take 10 rounds. Go to temple with coconut. See, I'm not making fun of that. Yes, there is a science behind that also. But I'm just telling you, they always have solution. If there's a problem, there is a solution. Just like your mathematics. Correct, right? Now, that Raj Pandit says, don't worry, you can rule this kingdom for a long time. Tumba varsha neenu aadbodu. Adare. The solution is what? Whatever you see from today, whatever you see, it should look red in color. Like Aditya is wearing red shirts here. It should look red in color. Now, immediately king says, he calls all his ministers, tell every kingdom to wear red color dress. Everything red, 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 red. Women are wearing red sari. Not only that, they started painting tree also red color. Not only that, they have started painting cow also red color. Every animal is becoming red, 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 red. One kid was watching this. What is happening in our kingdom? Has our king lost the mind? Then he goes and confronts the king. King munde nitkondu heltane, sir, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಾ ನೀವು? ತಲೆಗಿಲೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟಿದನಾ? King becomes angry. One kid is talking to me like this. Why are you talking to me like this? Then what? You are painting everything red, 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 red. What is the problem? He says, no, see, I'm a good king only. If I have to rule for a long time, I have some problem in my horoscope. It can be corrected if I see everything red in color. Then that kid smiles and says, what king? You are such a big ruler. For that very easy solution, wear this red color specs. If you wear red color specs, everything will be red color in this world. Why are you painting everything red? Moral of the story, my dear friends, sometime we think COVID is a problem. But Annapurna, whose marks I showed, she saw it as an opportunity to sit and practice again and again because she had a lot of holidays. Because of lockdown, 3-month holidays. She sat, practice. She used that time. Problem was same for everybody, but the way she looked at things, changed entire results. So, and I believe all the students present here today will start thinking from this angle. I know, sir, maths, sir, so tough, sir. My God, problem. No, there is a way to solve that. Just like that specs. If you just wear red color, everything is red in color. As simple as. Yes or no, my dear friends? So I hope everybody got that little clarity. So today, let me get directly to the topic. Today, I'm going to discuss with you some simple topics, my dear friends, right? Wherever you feel it is interesting, I want you to take your pen and paper and note it down. That will be benefit for you during your examinations. Not only examinations, today I'm talking about your entire school life and in your future also, how you can look at things, right? Usually, exams anta bandre, what is the natural emotion? Yay, yes, party, exams. Do you dance? No. But if there is a trip, your parents are taking you for a Goa trip, Kerala trip, morning 4 o'clock also, if you have to get up, you will get up at 2 o'clock and you'll be waiting with luggage. Yes, we are going for a trip. But what about exams? What is the emotion which usually comes when we hear exam timetable has come? My God, exam is coming, only 20 days to go, only 10 days to go. All the time we start developing that one emotion, which I call it as fear. Yes or no, my dear friends? Abhaya Bharatatan, everybody faces that kind of fear, right? Now, today, let me tell you, it is very natural, nothing wrong with it. Just like the way you become happy, just like the way you become sad, just like the way you become angry. Even fear is also a normal emotion. You don't have to take so much tension. Sir, sir, all the time I'm scared, sir. Don't worry. Even I'm scared, you know. Everybody in this world is scared of one or the other thing. Somebody is scared of cockroach. Huh? Guess what? Narendra Modi, Honorable Prime Minister, is also scared. Next year will win elections or not. Next to next year will win election. Means they're always, everybody is scared of one or the other thing in the life. Now the point is, how do we deal with this emotion? Baya agutte, aa bayana now hege deal madbeku. Right? Now let me give a simple example. Today I'll tell you from where this fear comes actually. Ee baya annadu ellinda barutte. Right? 4 reasons, especially in student lives. Because of 4 reasons it comes, my dear friends. First, anything which we don't know, we fear. Yes or no? Namak gottilla antandre, we usually get scared. Anything which you don't know. For example, why are you scared of exams? Because when you are going inside the examination hall, the fear is, ayyo, ಆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಬಾರ್ದಪ್ಪ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು. See, unknown, you don't know, that is why you are fearing. If you know, you will walk like this. Any question, let it come. You ask all these toppers, they are never worried. Correct, right? They are never worried. You go to examination hall, if you don't know anything, people just get scared. Anything unknown, you get scared. Let me give a simple example. How many of you watch horror movies here? Raise your hand. Horror movies. Oh, nice. So many students here. Horror movies. All right. Thank you so much. Now, see, when you watch horror movies, the beauty of horror movies, shall I tell you how horror movies work? He will never show the ghost first. He will never show the devil first. Correct? He will only give sound effects. Zzz. Huh? Suddenly, some sound comes. Somebody claps like this. It's all effect, and we get scared like this. Yes or no? Correct. But the moment they show the ghost, right, that horror movie will be no more horror movie. That will be a comedy movie. You start laughing at that. Hey, funny ghost. Look at this. Yes or no? Horror movies are always about, because when you are watching that movie, now that effect makes you imagine next to, from where that ghost might come, from where it will come. You're so much anxious and anxiety, that anxiety kicks in. Yes or no? So my dear students, same thing happened with me also once. Even I was fearful of certain things in life. I'll share one biggest fear I had in my life was about fear of heights. I was not able to stand the first floor also of my house and look down. I was scared of heights. People have different fear, right? Somebody is fear of a lizard, somebody is fearful of snake, somebody is fearful of dog, cat. Everybody is fear of something. Same thing, I was fearful of height. Height andre bhaya nange. Now see, how did I deal with that fear, you know? In the year 2015, when most of you are in LKG or first standard, right? In the year 2015, I got an opportunity to go to United States of America. There is a state called California. Alli ಒಂದು ಜಾಗ ಇದೆ, Monterey Bay ಅಂತ. You know what I did? I wanted to overcome fear, right? Let me overcome in a big way. Let me face it. And what did I do? I went to try skydiving. Right? They took me in a plane. We went to almost 15,000 feet. That is approximately 3.5 kilometers above sea level. Right? And because I was jumping first time, we are always connected with another tandem jumper. There will be one more person, tandem instructor we call. You are connected with the other person, right? Now slowly that person started pushing me. They opened that shutter. When you know that planes have that shutter there. When you fly there, they open that door like this. Then that instructor started pushing me. Munde. That person was pushing me. Almost I came to the tip of the plane. Now I'm looking down, I can see Pacific Ocean there. My God, literally, do you think I was excited? No way. My legs were literally trembling. I'm gone. And I was not even able to express my fear. Why? Because the person with whom I was connected was a lady. She was a girl. Now tell me, how can I tell? And she's telling, Vinay, come on, jump, let's jump. You know, in that US accent, she said, come on, Vinay, let's jump. I am not even able to cry also. I am thinking, what will this girl think of me? Then do you know what? I gathered all the courage and I said, Om Namah Shivaya. I just jumped. My God, first 5 seconds, right? I was going somewhere in the air, rolling. Then after 5 seconds, we opened our hands like this. And you know what? We were literally flying like a bird, watching that beautiful Pacific Ocean and the Pacific coast. First 5 seconds, I was scared. After 5 seconds, I was enjoying that bird eye view. How does the bird feel looking at the earth? I was able to experience that. Then she opened that parachute. We slowly came down and landed on the ground. And after that, my fear of heights went. So what I want all the students to understand today here is that the more you run away from anything, the fear follows you. Better face it. That is why there is a perception. What is that perception? Either forget everything. Some people, negative people, their attitude, do you know how it is? When they see fear, forget everything and run. Like for example, mathematics problem is there. There's a problem in mathematics. Forget everything and run. Or positive people, face everything. It's okay. Anyways, I have to solve. I will solve another 3-4 times. Face everything and rise. Now we have to decide, my dear students, you want to run away from the fear, especially all the boys here, when you are going cycling in the streets of Bangalore, suddenly, especially in the evenings, right, one dog starts chasing you. If you cycle fast, right, it will chase you more. But if you stop your cycle and turn like this, push, then the dog starts running away. Yes or no? So moral of the story, if you fear, if there is a fear, sir, math stuff ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, social ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, don't worry, you will learn it. If you run away from it, then you start fearing. If you have not understood, you have wonderful teachers, ask them, ma'am, I have not understood, can you repeat it for me? Ma'am, can you tell me once again? Ask them, they will help you out. You ask your friends also, you ask your parents also, but don't run away from anything. Can you all promise me we will all overcome the fear of unknown from today? Thank you so much, students. Second reason of fear, I will show one photo, you will only understand, and all of you know only. Fear of expectation. What? Fear of expectation, especially, okay, 5th standard, 6th standard, 7th standard, you don't have to worry. Especially 9th and 10th standard students, whoever is sitting here, you would have faced this scenario on your dining table at home. Yes or no? Nimma maneyalli, dining table alli, you would have seen this situation most of the time. Your dad or mom is scolding you. You idiot fellow, you don't study only, useless fellow. You remember all these nice statements? It happens in every Indian family. Nothing wrong with it. Parents care for us. But sometimes what happens, my dear friends, when parents have expectation, illa nan maga topper agtane, my son will get this time 90%, my daughter will get 95% this time, many students start fearing. It happened with me also. In the year 2004, when I was in 11th standard in St. Joseph's College in Bangalore, I had scored 74% in my 11th standard. I was an average student, but good in sports. All other, I won 28 prizes in my 11th standard in all extracurricular activities, but 74%. And many people look only marks only in society. Correct, Alva? Now, best, I'll tell you what worst thing happened. It was not about 74%. I was not unhappy about 74%. My elder brother in his 12th standard, I'll show his marks card to you. He scored physics 100 out of 100. My brother was my biggest bother. He scored physics 100 out of 100, maths 100 out of 100, chemistry 99 out of 100. You should not have such a brother. He is your biggest enemy. Now see, he set such a benchmark. My father comes to me and says, Vinay, no do Anna, 100, 199. You know what to do now? What to do? 100, 100, 100. The only way I can overtake my brother is to get 100 out of 100. My father is telling me to overtake him. I told Appa, Jaga elide overtake madaki. Where is the place to overtake? He has not left any place, only one mark. Happens, right, my dear friends? Nanu a situation like that. But the best part, shall I tell you? Every student, when your parents or teachers have an expectation on you, don't take it in a negative way. Don't take it as a pressure. Sir, ನಾನು ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮೈ ಗಾಡ್, ಮೈ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ. If somebody is keeping an expectation, means they believe in your abilities. ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್, ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿನ they are trusting you. Now you are left with two choices. Even I was left with two choices in 2004. What was that? I should develop fear. You, my brother has scored 100, 199. I'm a 74% student. Will I be able to do? No, ನನ್ನ ಕೈಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. If I would have got scared, my dear friends, I would have got from 74, I would have ended up as a 60% student. But that day, I just looked into mirror and saw my elder brother. Hey, ಇವನು ನಮ್ಮಣ್ಣನೇ ತಾನೆ? He is my elder brother only, na? He has two hands, he has two legs, he has two eyes. If he can do, Vinay can also do. I took it as a challenge rather than developing fear. My dear students, yavattadru yaradru ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ expectation ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, take it as a challenge. I'm showing my first few marks card. Can you see? Physics 82, chemistry 71, mathematics 71. A 74% student takes a challenge, and you know what happens? Yes, I couldn't overtake my brother because I took it as a challenge. I ended up scoring 96% in my 12th standard. Your ma'am was telling, right? Vinay Patil scored 96% in 12th standard. See how a 74% student could become 96%. Physics I scored 93. Maths I scored 90. Maths I scored 93. Physics I scored 95. Chemistry I scored 99. With this confidence, I'm sharing with all the students sitting here. Illi ಕೂತಿರೋರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆ potential ಇದೆ. So next time anybody has an expectation over you, you should not get scared. Roshan, Ajay, Pooja, Harish, I can see all of you on screen. Unnati, right? Amog, never ever get scared. Amruta, don't get scared. If somebody keeps an expectation on you, what you should do? Take it as a challenge. See, I didn't overtake my brother, but it is okay. At least I was able to touch myself. I can also become 96%. I was only not knowing. Because I took it as a challenge, at least I went there. So it is very important. Next time anybody puts an expectation on you, don't get scared. Take it as a challenge, my dear friends. Right? Third reason of fear. Most of the people, and it is the biggest reason, friends, sometimes parents also, sometimes teachers also, sometimes everybody, relatives also. What is that? Criticism. Now see, I am very sure after this event, all of you will be excited. Illa sir, nan chennagi madbeku sir. Even I can become topper. Even I can do well. Even I can score good marks. Even I can do well in studies, extracurricular activities, everything. But what happens? Amog will think, sir, I have decided, sir. Now I will work on my potential. Then what happens? Amog goes and shares with his relatives or cousins or his friends. Avage enagutte? What, Amog? You will become topper. Mukha nodkondidiya neenu. These are the ways sometimes many people doubt us. Even though we have big dreams. Because they would have seen your past, right? Maybe we were lazy, we were casual. That is why they are presenting on judgment, passing on judgment. or presenting their opinion that, hey, you can't do it. I'm very sure you will face this, especially during your 9th and 10th standard students. Somebody will criticize you. You are good for nothing. You are useless fellow. Don't listen to them. I have also been told like that. But the best part, when I was young only, I heard one story which has inspired me. Today, if I am successful, it is simply because of this one small story. Once what happened, there was a kingdom of frogs. On the well irtante, well, right? Well, in that well, there was a kingdom of frogs. There were 3,000 frogs there. And they had one king. Unfortunately, king he didn't had offsprings. And that king died. Now somebody has to become king now. Now all the 3,000 frogs sit and discuss, and they decide, okay, we will appoint a king amongst ourselves only, but to appoint that king, a raja yaru anta now decide madbekandre, we will keep one competition. And what is the competition? We need to race till the edge of the well, because we are deep inside the well. We should go, whoever reaches the first on the tip of the well, he will be the king. And unfortunately, that well had a lot of fungi, algae, it was slippery. The moment this race was announced, out of 3,000 frogs, 1,500 frogs backed out. Hey, non participate. This is what most of the students do. You should not do this. In your school, some competition will be there. Oh, no, I can't sing. I don't want to be singer. No. Anybody wants to do dramatics? No, I don't want to come. Anybody wants to come in aesthetic? No. Art? No. Don't never say no. Go try. Even if it is horrible, let it be, but you try. Never ever run away. Try. The reason I won 28 prizes in my 11th standard is because I participated in a lot of events. What competition means, I don't know. I went and asked my friend, the competition. Okay, let me participate. Next day, first place. Never knew. Like that, a lot of competitions I have participated. So, dear students, what happened? 1,500 frogs didn't even participate. Now, how many are remaining? Out of 3,000, 1,500 are remaining. Now they say, on your mark, get set, Indian, go on bekirte. These 1,500 frogs who are not participating, they don't have any other work. So what do they start doing? Hello, excuse me. Hello, everyone. Do you really think you will reach there? Huh? You can't do. You'll fall down from their seat. By listening to the comments of other 1,500 frogs, you know what happens? 1,300 frogs don't even start the race. Hey, how many starts? Only 200 frogs starts. Climb marta hogte in mid level they would have come, and all these 2,800 frogs don't have any other work, right? They start. Hello, excuse me. Do people think heroes or what? Turn back and see. 1,500 are participating, right? Only 200 are there. You will fall from there and you are gone. Everybody will laugh at you. So the frogs got scared. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತಪ್ಪ, ಬೇಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ ಇಳಿದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಫ್ರಾಗ್. Only one frog reaches to the brim of the well, and everybody is shocked. He is declared as a king. He is put a crown. Ellaru ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. They are doing a procession. Their media people go inside the well. Hello, excuse me, what is the secret behind your success? They ask him 3-4 times. That frog is not able to tell only. Then one friend says, because that frog is deaf. It can't hear anything. That frog is deaf. That means when everybody were criticizing, making fun of the frog, this was the only frog it thought they're all cheering for me because it was not hearing, right? So my dear students, today onwards, if anybody is criticizing you, useless fellow, hey, you can't do it, you can't score well, you can't play football, you can't do this, you can't do this, what you need to do? Don't argue with them, don't fight with them, close your ears. Just close your ears like that frog and start believing in yourself. Can you all do that? Because all you students, I can see, such a charm you carry. You have that potential. I can see Manushree here. I can see Nishit here. I can see Lavanya here. See, I can see that charm in your faces. Then that potential is there inside you. But the problem is, if I see, suppose now today Nishit is 10th standard here. Nishit, suppose I'm considering that you are scoring 70%. Okay. But today you decide, topper agbadu. Even I want photo in front of my school. Okay. This you go and suppose tell it to somebody. Then naturally, hello, excuse me, First you do well, okay? Don't do a dream all that big. I know you can't do, you just pass, okay? You lost your goal just because somebody questioned your dream. ಆ ತರ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ರಿಟಿಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? What you should do? Just show me your hand. What you should do? Close your ears. Put headphones. Understood? Don't listen to negative things. Fair enough, everyone. But if somebody is telling with a good intention, especially parents, a lot of good things, aduna take it easy. Fair enough? If you are able to deal this way, then you will not get stressed. Because when you are going for exams, when you're sharing with dreams, most of the kids get fear because of this criticism. Sometimes you are sitting and watching TV for 2 minutes, some relative comes, oh, you tension adtane? But that TV nodididya, start criticizing. That time your mom becomes angry. Tell her, hey, no, nannella anskobeku berevara hatra. Gone. You get frustrated, you don't even concentrate. All these things happen. What you should do? Close your ears. Right? Fourth reason of fear, my dear friends, this is very important. It's the biggest disease. Many people think COVID is biggest disease, right? You know which is the biggest disease? It also starts from C, comparison. And I'm very sure every student here has been compared. Amog, I'm very sure somebody would have compared, na? Hey, how nodo neenidia waste fellow. Correct? Amrita, somebody would have made fun of you. Kundan, they would have made fun of you. Very natural. It's very natural. I'm telling you, it's the biggest disease in India. I have also been Nango Agide. I'll tell you first time when I was compared. It was in 9th standard when I was studying in a boarding school in Bijapur. It's an army school, Sainik school, Bijapur. First time in my life, I failed in mathematics. Just now, all of you are clapping me by looking at my marks, right? 96%. But do you know what? I am failure. I failed in my 9th standard. I'll show you my marks card. In maths, I got 25. How much? Can you see that? Mathematics, I got 25. See the 9th standard there. 25. I failed. Passing marks is 40, right? You will not believe I got call from my dad who was in Bangalore. I was in Bijapur there, North Karnataka. He calls me and says, hey, you know, relatives, you have their marks. Because my cousins were studying in Bangalore, they were studying in different very good schools. I don't want to take name. And they were scoring good marks. He told, no, you keep playing hockey. I was very upset, my dear friends, when I was compared. Do you know what I did? I went to my hockey coach. Because I was a national hockey player, I went to my hockey coach. I told, sir, I'm really upset, sir. I failed in maths. He sat with me and he motivated me. Do you know what he did? He made me read my own academic profile, my extracurricular profile. And I'll read it for you, my dear friends. It is written by my housemaster in my school and signed by headmaster, who was a lieutenant commander in our Navy. Now listen, Cadet Vinay S. Patil, that is me, because I was in NCC. Cadet Vinay S. Patil is a national hockey player. He's very good sports person. He is good in drill. Drill means, you know, right? March past. And it was not just a drill, it was arms drill. We used to carry guns like this. Next, swimming. Obstacle race. You have heard army obstacle race. They jump above the wall. They go through rope climbing, jumping through that ring of fire, all that. English declamation, that is speaking in English speeches. Essay writing, shooting, quiz, drawing, dramatics, cross-country race. We used to run 8 kilometers. And public speaking, very good in painting. And they even wrote he's a promising candidate for NDA, that is National Defense Academy. He's good in academics. He takes interest in all the house activities. He has enthusiasm and vitality. Why I'm sharing this to all of you? Because I'm very sure Amog is good in something here. Asin is good in something here. Anish is good in something. Hanish is good in singing. Hasini may be good in dancing. Meghna may be good in mathematics. Yashas may be good in art. Manya may be good in sports. Astilake, commonly all the students are good in one thing. What is that? Sorry, eating, sir. I love eating chaat, sir. Pizza, sir. Burger, sir. Yes or no? Eating to everybody is good. Chalo, eating illa sir. Okay, no problem. But one common thing all the students will agree with me is, sir, we love sleeping, sir. I'm very good in sleeping, sir. Class also I sleep, sir. In school bus also I sleep, sir. At home also I sleep, sir. So what I want every student to understand here is that if you are good in one thing, remember, my coach told me, Vinay, you are good in so many things. If you are good in just one thing also, you can be good in any damn thing. You just try to understand why are you good in one thing. Then I told, sir, because I love playing hockey, sir. I love shooting, sir. I love playing this, sir. I love swimming, sir. You love, right? If you start loving maths, you will do well in maths also, and you will not believe, my dear friends. Just, Pankaj, can you go back? In maths, see, I failed in 9th standard, but look at my 10th board exam. The subject which I hated, I ended up scoring 81 in mathematics. And the very same subject in 12th standard, I scored 93. That subject I hated. What I'm trying to tell all the students here is that if anybody is comparing you, try to understand, my dear friends. If you are just good in one thing, na, sir, I'm good in Free Fire, sir. I was good in PUBG, sir. Huh? Parents scold you, right, a lot when you're playing video games. They play, nothing wrong with it, but too much is not good. Even if you are good in one small thing, my dear students, trust me, you can even be good in your science, you can be good in social studies, you can be good in language, you can be good in mathematics, you can be good in anything. Only thing is you should start loving that particular subject. Then don't worry, nobody will compare you. Now see, people who are laughing at me in mathematics, I ended up scoring well. Correct alva? Illa students ad madbodu anta nange namke ಇದೆ. Right? Quickly, I will revise what we discussed till now. All of you, if you have missed, just remember this. What were the 4 reasons of fear? First one, fear of unknown. How do you overcome that fear? Don't run away from fear, just face it. If you want, you can pen down the points. ಯಾವುದೇ ಭಯ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? Just face it. Don't run away from it. Second, because the more you run away, so maths, run away, then it will haunt you. Better sit with your teacher, ask them. Second, if somebody is expecting you from you, what you should do? You should develop fear, or you should take it as a challenge. Take it as a challenge. If we achieve that or not, that is secondary. But prayatnane madilla andre, if you are not tried, that is the biggest thing, my dear. Right? Third, fear of criticism. If somebody is criticizing and it is putting you down, what you should do? Show your hands. What you should do? Just close your ear. That's it. And finally, if somebody is comparing, try to understand. Sometimes it happens, right? Nodo, avanu ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದ್ತಾನೆ. But you try to understand. You may be good in sports also, right? You are good in sports. You are good in dramatics. You are good in singing. You are good in Rubik's Cube. You may be good in anything. If you're good in one thing, you can be good in anything in your life. So take it as a challenge and do it, my dear friends, right? But whenever I usually give talks to schools, they always, many students, because I know all of you are muted right now, you want to ask questions, but we'll keep it at the end. But general questions, usually 2 questions many students ask me. And what are those 2 important questions every student asks me? One is with respect to, sir, how do we manage time, sir? Sir, hey, sir, how should we manage our studies? Right? How to manage time for studies? And second, sir, how to improve grades by improving memory? Sir, Nenperala, sir, I'm so excited, but when I'm writing, I forget, sir. I forget the step only in maths. Happens, right? Sometimes you prepare a diagram, nice digestive system. While labeling, you forget labeling. You forget duodenum. You forget colon. Correct? Or you forget, which is pancreas. You forget. When you are writing a cell diagram also, cell membrane, mitochondria, something we forget. So, I forget, sir. Don't worry, my dear friend. Today, I'm going to share you something very interesting with you. Right? Just 2 simple things. Now, see, I'm not giving you all 10 points. I give only 4 points till now about fear. Same thing, I'll give simple 2 points. How to deal with your studies. The biggest mistake most of the students do while studying, you know what is that? They write a routine. They write a complete, ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 5 o'clock I'll wake up. You know how I'll tell you, I've seen many students, 5 o'clock wake up time, 5 to 5:15 get ready, face wash, all brush, everything, 15 minutes. Again, 5:15 to 6:15 study this subject, 6:15 to 6:20 break, 6:20 to this, literally. And what happens? Suppose you don't get up at 5 o'clock, na. Over, that day is over. You feel, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಬಲ್, ಈಗ ಬೇಡ, ನಾಳೆಯಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. From tomorrow I'll start properly. And we never start properly. Correct, right? So don't write like that your timetable. Neck to neck, you don't write. It will make you, very uncomfortable, because all these days you are chilled out. Suddenly you have become serious. That is very tough. The best way to study is how? Take a task. Don't write that routine. Task. Today I will study 2 chapters from science. Yavdu tick. Today I will study 1 chapter from mathematics. I'll practice. Today I will solve the problems on science. Today I'll do this. It's simple. 1 hour do, 2 hour do, 1 hour do, 2 hour. Over 5 hours I'll study properly. 1 hour you write this also. 1 hour I'll play. Play. Nobody has stopped you to play. If parents are watching, my request, humble request, if they are in board examination, doesn't matter. Otherwise, your kids are fooling you by simply holding the book, but mind is elsewhere. It is better to study, go a little bit, enjoy, again come back. But the biggest problem what students do, 10th standard students, Nishit, because parents give permission for playing 15 minutes, you start playing for 2 hours. That is why parents get irritated. Artha aita? What I want all the students to understand here is that you need to write it as tasks. What you need to do? Write it as just tasks. Keep ticking. Okay, 2 hours maths, 1 hour science. Don't go with routine. Neck to neck routine if you do, then it will become very tough for you. You start ending up with procrastination. Andre ella postpone madudu, ivattu agala bidu, naale start panna proper. And that proper nobody has done, I'll tell you. Very rare anybody has done. Right? Say take 5 tasks, 5 or 6 hours, enough. Arams, you should enjoy studying here. All of you enjoy playing Free Fire, right? You enjoy watching reels, right? In Instagram. Same thing, you enjoy your studies also. Let it be fun. Now I'll tell you how to make it fun. I'll tell you now. Because I'm not simply telling out of just to tell. I have I've taken one project. You might have seen that, screen, Roots Education. Though I run a company called Skillfix, which is a corporate training, actually Roots Education is my pet project, which we started after this Stress Buster program 2020, when many parents requested, why don't you guys do something for the younger generation? And I'll share with you. Today we have experimented, not only experimented, we got it implemented. So yararigile memory problem anta ide, simple, I will tell you one formula. You will never be able to forget. If you follow sincerely, again, condition apply. If you follow sincerely what I'm sharing with you today, it is scientifically proven method. You will never forget. See, I'm not going to tell you some big formulas. Very simple. It's called learning pyramid. I'll give you an example. Right? What is that? Learning pyramid. Listen to me very carefully and watch me when I'm sharing with you. Okay? Just let me give an example. For example, your teacher teaches something in your class. Non-cooperation movement during Indian freedom struggle. All 9th and 10th standard students. During that time, they give a lecture in class. Class will teach to board mele. After 2 weeks, if somebody comes and asks you about it, you would remember only 5%. Non-cooperation movement, I think it was in 1920, sir. You will just remember 2-3 things. You will not remember everything because it was taught through lecture method. Suppose you are reading, not just lecture, your teacher taught you, you came home, you read. Matte onsala odide non-cooperation movement andre enu anta. You will remember only 10%. If suppose your teacher has shown you the non-cooperation movement video in the form of audiovisual PowerPoint to allela 1920 Mahatma Gandhi yaridru, something in the form of colorful pictures, you will remember 20% only. Next, my dear students, if suppose there is a demonstration of that, class also a demonstration. Demonstration means what? 2 students came, they fought like, war, atara, right? Then you remember 30%. Then comes discussion. Students are sitting, 5 friends are sitting, and they're discussing about non-cooperation movement. 50% you will remember. If you practice writing, you go home, you write, okay, 1920, this happened, why it happened, you are writing, write. 70% my students keep telling, right? Mathematics, practice, write. Why do they tell right? Because if you write, you will remember 75%. But what do we do? Where you have to practice social studies, writing, you are reading mathematics. Mathematics can't be studied by reading. And last and the final, my dear students, if you teach to others, 90% it will remain in your brain. Shall I give an example? You tell me, all your teachers come to Aram say class, right? Today I am going to share with you this. You will be wondering, teacher because they have been teaching. Sometimes they miss certain points. That is why they see notes. That is why 10%. And you see all the toppers in the class, all the time they'll be teaching others. Correct? They keep explaining. That is that is a secret toppers will never tell others. Are you getting, my dear students? If you learn something and teach it to others, you will never forget it. Idina ishtu pyramid na, I don't have to go in detail. I have compressed it and made it very simple. It's called LDS. What? Please write down. LDS means you need to learn by reading. You need to do by practicing. First, you are reading something, then you are practicing. Third, you are sharing with others. And that sharing can be anybody. Your mom is cooking in the kitchen. Mama, I'll tell you something. Just share. Mom, you know how carbon compounds behave? Carbon has 4 covalent bonds, right? CH4 is methane. Talk. The more you share, you will remember. Then your memory can't give you doka. It will not cheat you. That's how your memory becomes start. See, all those kids who watch movies, when you come, you start sharing that entire movie with friends. Like, hey, this happens, that then this happens. You share. That is why you don't tend to forget that movie for a long time. You even remember the dialogues in the movie because you come and tell the dialogue to others. And many people who listen to music a lot, they know the lyrics of the song. Why? Because you are hearing continuously and you are singing also silently. You're singing continuously. So it is sharing. Are you understanding? If you want your memory to be strong, then work on these 3 simple things. Right? Recently, we implemented one amazing thing in our roots education. I want to share it with you so that I am very sure you will take an inspiration and you will also start doing. I know you will not get a stage or something, but at home, you make your parents sit, friends sit, take one topic, tell confidently. Appa, please sit there. You stand in front of TV. You stop them. Wow, don't watch TV. I'm going to share something interesting. You switch off the remote. You switch off the TV with remote and you tell, Appa, let me explain. You know what? Digestive system, how it works. The food enters the mouth, then it goes into esophagus, then it gets into stomach, gastric juice is there, then there's a duodenum, then there's liver, then there's a pancreas, then it comes to small intestine, where the actual absorption happens, then it goes into, there's an appendix, which is vestigial organ, then it goes through large intestine, then colon, and then finally, anus. The food is excreted. Explain. You will never forget, my dear students. And I want you to do that from now on. The biggest mistake we all students do, what do? We just hold this book and sleep on bed. First you sit nightly, then slowly sleep like this and then turn like this. Bed is not a place to study. If anybody is studying in bed, it's waste. Don't study. Go enjoy at least. It is waste. Nothing gets into your brain. And some great students are there who will keep a book below their pillow. Sir, night it will get inside my head, sir. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. You understanding my point, my dear students? Learn, do, share. ಇವತ್ತಿಂದ ಓದ್ಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. See, you see all the small babies. I have my 2-year-old daughter, okay? She knows all the rhymes, she knows everything. She can speak now. How? Because whoever comes, she goes and talks. She talks, she repeats. You are also, when you were kids, you remembered all the rhymes. Why? Because you repeated 1,000 times. Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa. Repeated 1,000 times. And your parents used you as a nice demonstration piece. Relatives, Mandra, hello, twinkle, 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 little star. Yes or no? Happened? Your parents did a wonderful thing. Same thing I'm doing to my daughter. Because you're repeating again and again, they start getting in their subconscious mind. Can you all promise me? I'll show you. You can also do this. I'll just show you one experiment which we did. Quickly. It will be shared on your screen. Just watch how confident students have become because they are able to share. And if you also start sharing, you will never be scared of examination. Confidently, you will go and write it. Fair enough? It will be just shared. Just give me a moment.
The most beautiful thing cannot be seen nor can be touched, but it can be felt but through your heart.
My name is Shreyas and today I'm going to explain the topic of money. So imagine this, you want to buy something from somewhere, like for example clothes, shoes or food, etc.
My topic is electricity, as you can see here, and especially I concentrate on the electric motor today.
I have took 10 species of tigers and I have separated them as extinct, endangered and semi-endangered. Karamchand Gandhi, also called as Bapu, was born on October 2nd in Porbandar, Gujarat.
So I'll be explaining carbon and its compound.
So what is trigonometry? Trigonometry is made from three words, three geometry.
So, dear students, what I would suggest you is any particular topic, always try to make a chart or something. But okay, now that exams are coming, you don't have to do that. It will take a lot of time. But still, if you can even draw in a sketch or something and share. See, what were they doing? Standing there and addressing to people. Now tell me, will they fear anything? Because the biggest fear is standing in front of and speaking, first of all. That is one big fear. Second fear is what? That, sir, I will lose. Memory hoಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ. When you tell in front of people, I will never forget. Now see, today I shared so many stories with you. I will never forget. Why? Because I've been sharing. But you may forget that story, that red glass story, that frog story. You may forget. Why? Because it is a lecture for you. A little bit of audio visual. I showed some photos also. But if you'd write that story when I was telling, and you tell that story to your parents or your friends, you will never forget that story. I hope everybody is clear. Last and the final topic for today, my dear friends. And I want you to write down, and this is very serious. Okay, I'll take another 10-15 minutes, then we'll close this session. Last and the most important thing, dreams. Fear one kade aadre, we should dream big. Because whenever I ask some students, what you want to do, how much you want to score this exam, sir, 70 bandre saaku sir. I tell, see, ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು secondary. How much you get is, that is okay. That is not a problem. I am a person who tell to corporate people marks is not important. Actually, I tell them marks is not important in life. It is attitude. It's your goals. But our Indian education system is such that at right stage, scoring good marks will open doors to you. Tomorrow, one student want to say, sir, I want to become a scientist. But yen martira, you want to join Indian Institute of Science, that's why you want to get into space research, ISRO, that is ISRO. If you want to join ISRO, they will tell minimum you should have science and mathematics 75 and above, in 10th also, in 12th also. Then what will you do? That time you'll come back and write your 10th standard. That is why we need to understand at right stage, scoring the right marks will open a lot of opportunities. That's all. So you need to start dreaming big, my dear friends. Right? Sir, but ನಾನು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? See, I failed in maths. I got 25, but I could get 81 also, na? Ended up scoring 93 also, right? Possible. It is all what you put in your mind. Let me give a small one instance with you. Once what happened, one guy was, going around he was just walking in the forest, okay? Slowly, he entered a beautiful valley of flowers. It was like a paradise. He was enjoying this fragrance of flowers. Wow. And he roamed around, he got tired. Now he just prayed, ayyo, ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ tree ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ. I could have slept under its shade because I'm tired now. And soon he saw one big tree there. He ran there. Wow, nice breeze. And he slept off. After some time, he woke up. Now that he was tired, his sleep was fulfilled. You know what was important? Arey, now I'm so hungry, yaar. Wish. And you remember, right? Whenever we are hungry, we start thinking all amazing food. Pizza smell comes, this smell comes, that smell. All the fragrance comes. You started imagining all luxury, royal food. Within no time, that food appeared in front of him. And hungry people don't ask questions, right? They just eat. Ayyo, uta bandide, saaku, chanagide, rasgulla, adu, idu, rasmalai. Wow, we ate everything. Like, so what I'm trying that he got all the food. Now, once he had food, he felt, oh, something should be there to drink, milkshake, juice, everything. Immediately, milkshake, juice, everything came in front of him. And he drank that milkshake juice. He was so happy. Then you know what thought came in his mind? Ayyo, nan kelidella sikta ide. Whatever I'm asking is coming. That means there is some ghost here. Then suddenly ghost came. Then he told, Arey, ghost has come. Now it is going to torture me. It tortured him. Now that it is torturing me, it is going to kill me. It killed him. He died. Now see, from a paradise, enjoying food, drink, everything, ended up dead. Why? Because he was sitting under not normal tree. It was Kalpa Vriksha. Kalpa Vriksha is called what? A boon granting tree. Yene keltira kotbidutte. I'm very sure some students are thinking here, oh, where is this tree, sir? Please tell us also. We'll go and ask all the things from there. No, those trees doesn't exist. Don't go in search of those trees. Do you know what is that Kalpa Vriksha right now? Kalpa Vriksha is your mind. It is your mind. Whatever you think, that will happen with you. If you think, sir, I'm ordinary student, sir, I get only 70, you will get that much only. If you think positive, sir, I can do really well, sir, I can score, I believe in myself, it will do. You know, God doesn't, if you go to temple and all, we go to temple and whenever exams come, Devre, please, 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 please. We all do that. But let me tell you, God knows only one thing. What is that? Tathastu. Tataha astu. As you wish, so be it. If you tell God, maths is very tough. Tathastu, it will be always tough for you. God, maths is tough. I'm trying. Tathastu, you keep trying. God, maths is amazing. I know it is tough, but I'm enjoying it. I'm going to do well. Tathastu, you'll do well. So, dear students, from today, start dreaming big. Don't limit your dreams. Sir, I'm ordinary student. No, I know sometimes friends should have told, relatives should have told, you are useless fellow, you are idiot. I told, na, we are all deaf frogs. We should close our ears to negative people. And take it as a challenge and start dreaming big from today. Especially all 5th, 6th, 7th standard students here. You are lucky that you are attending this session so early. So that by the time you reach 9th, 10th, you will be such a confident individual, I'm telling you. Can you all promise me yes or no? Can I expect that from all of you? Can I see your hands? Yes or no? Thank you. Thank you so much. Last but not the least, see, if a student has to do really well, it is not just a student. There are 3 important factors which are very important. One factor is you yourself. As a student, whatever I told you today, you need to work on those fears. You need to work on that memory building technique, everything. Correct, Alva? Okay, let me share this quickly. Pankaj shared this. Now see, because why I'm telling Kalpa Riksha, it is simply because one student sent me this. You just read this, what is written. Sir, I'm from Little Flower High School. I messaged you when there was SSLC exams. You said me all the best, sir. That boosted up me a lot. So now I have my results and I scored 87.4. Thanks a lot, sir, for giving us positive energy. And my percentage in 9th was 62. But now I am really happy and glad to say that my percentage is 87. Andre, a girl who was thinking 67%, she is able to aim for 87 and she did well. Same thing, one more student, he scored 94.72%. Initially, he's written, see, I was getting 85 to 90% in my preparatory exams. Think about it. So it is about your thinking, right? Everybody is clear on that? Now, if it is about our student side, let me share this quickly. Pankaj already shared. If you see this photo, what comes in your mind? If you see this photo, what comes in your mind? A teacher scolding a student, right? Teacher scold, right? Nicely they scold in classroom. But shall I tell you one thing? If your teacher scolds you, be happy about it. The teacher cares for you. If the teacher is not scolding you, you should get tensed. Why? Why you should get tensed if the teacher is not scolding? That means she doesn't care about you. If she's caring about you, that is when she wants to bring you in the right direction. She cares like her own kid. Correct alva? Nam ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ನಮಗ್ ತಾನೇ ಬೈಯೋದು. ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೈತಾರ, ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಬೈತಾರ, ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ? ಮತ್ತೆ same thing. If teachers are scolding you, they care for you as your kids. And you don't know how much, with so much of online, everything changing, teachers, hats off to all the teachers here. Whoever is attending right now, hats off to all the teachers for your contribution. It was not easy. I being a public I have given a lot of IIT Bombay corporate talks on online now. I've loved addressing people in big stadium also. I've given talk in front of 40,000 people in a big indoor stadium. But camera munde oh my God, what to talk. Antadalli today, so many teachers, they all transitioned into technology from traditional method of teaching. Hats off to all the teachers. And let me tell you, students, once what happened, there was a beautiful temple. Listen very carefully. There's a beautiful temple atop a hill. There's a big hill, a beautiful temple, world famous temple. Lot of people used to come there. And once what happened at night, the idol, that is Vigraha anta karitira. Correct? Murti alva devrdu. That idol and the steps leading to the temple, they were talking in the night. That steps was telling, hello, Mr. Idol, you and me are both are stones only. We are stone from the same mountain. But why is that people come and leave their slippers, the footwear on me, and they worship you? They do abhisheka to you. They garland you. What is the difference between you and me? You are also stone, I am also stone. Do you know what the idol says? Remember 3 years back when this this temple was getting constructed? You remember what happened? That sculptor was trying to hit you with hammer and chisel, and you are breaking into pieces. He thought, "Ee kallalli shakti illa. This stone doesn't have strength," so he made it a slab. But when the same sculptor was hitting me continuously, it was hurting me. But I stood strong, because of which today I am an idol where everybody is worshipping me. So, dear students, if your teacher is scolding you or sometimes angry on you or trying to correct you, don't take it in a negative way. They are trying to correct you. They are trying to make, hitting with they're sculpting you to become a beautiful idol. So, dear students, after today's session, I want all of you, if you're in your WhatsApp group with teachers or you have phone number of your teachers, take your time to call each and every teacher and thank them. Thank them for their service. Thank them for all that they have taught you. Without even a second thought, tell them how grateful you are. Can you all promise me that, my dear friends? Can you all promise me? Thank you so much. If this is the second factor, last and the final factor, today parents also play equally important role. And I believe a lot of parents are sitting here and watching this for the benefit of them also. I'm sharing this last and I'll wind my talk. Dear students, at home, I'm sure many times parents also get angry with you. Correct, Alva? By Alva, you are addicted, you are using mobile phone again and again. Parents come and scold you. They keep that phone, snatch you. You remember when I was in my 12th standard, my mother used to remove UPS from my computer and keep it in Almira and lock it. Otherwise, we will watch computer. We used to play NFS and Counter-Strike. Those were the games that time. So what I'm trying to tell you is that sometimes we may feel, your parents, correct, Alva? I'll tell you one very important instance and I want you to understand today. The beauty of Indian parents is, today, whatever they are doing now, they are doing it for you. They don't have dreams, I'll tell you. Honestly, I'll tell you. Especially in India, parents don't have their dreams. For their biggest dream is, my kids, they should live happily. They will struggle. They will not show you that struggle. But we never understand as an youngster. One incident happened with me in the year 2006 when I went to Chennai, my dear friends. You know, right? Chennai, Madras, earlierly it was called Madras. I went in train. I was so happy while going in train. While coming back, I was literally crying. Many people asked, they thought that I lost my wallet, or they thought that maybe I lost my phone, or some bad news in my house. But deep inside, only I knew I was crying because I had the moment of realization. That means I realized my mistakes. And the day we all youngsters realize our mistake, nothing can stop us from making it big in our life, my dear students. And you know what happened that day? Why I was crying? You want to know? You really want to know why I was crying? Okay, let me tell you. One speaker told one incident there which hit me deeply that day. He told with a Chennai context, I will give it in a Bangalore context so that you can relate. All of you know there is one, in Bangalore, there is a Magadi Road, correct? Heard of Magadi Road? Because that road leads to a place called Magadi. There is a town called Magadi. There lived a mother and a small baby. Unfortunately, that baby had lost his father. When that baby was just 6 months old only, father had died, unfortunately. But mother had taken that commitment. Whatever it is, I will take care of my kid. I'll work hard day in and day out. And mother was a domestic worker. She was a maid. She used to go home, wash utensils, wash clothes, do all the flooring work, everything. She told, I'll work in another 3 homes, but my kid should get best education, best life. And you know what? She had put him in a private school. Even though there was a government school, she put him in a private school that time, in that small town. And do you know what was their everyday work? Every morning they used to get up, get that kid ready, nicely dressed in the uniform, drop him to school, then go to all the house and clean utensils, everything. And then finally at 4 o'clock, go to school and pick that kid back. Slowly that kid became 4th standard. One day, mother got him back to home, and the small kid, he removes the hand of his mother and tells, Mom, from tomorrow, don't come to school. What happened? Mom, don't you understand? All my friends make fun of me. Why? Mom, don't act okay, you're ugly. Because unfortunately, mother was not having one eye. She had lost her eyes, so she was looking ugly. Don't you understand? From tomorrow, don't come. Then do you know what mother said? Your happiness is my happiness. I will not come from tomorrow. This is the beauty of Indian parents. They all want you to be happy. They find happiness in yours. Sometimes na uta madirtare ratri, right? You eat up so much, only little is remaining. But mom tells, hey, no, still lot is there. You eat, it's okay. They are the one who sacrifice, my dear friends. And then what happens? Slowly, mother stopped going from there. Kids started growing and he became 10th standard. And in 10th standard, he became Karnataka topper, state topper, 625 out of 625. School was overjoyed. You and school inta topper. Immediately, school principal calls. Whom? His mother. Nimma maga ee tara achievement madidane. We are so delighted. Please make sure you come as a chief guest to our school. Now, mother is shocked. She's a domestic worker. Papa mane kelsa ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋಳು. ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ನಾನು chief guest. But first time she's so happy. Nan maga itra achievement madidane. Let me go to school anta. She opens her trunk. She wears a silk sari. She's almost ready. Then suddenly kid comes inside bedroom and says, Mom, delegile kettidena. Have you gone mad or what? You want to insult me in front of entire school? No. Then mom like, okay, Puta, nin sit agbeda. Today is your day. You go. Your happiness is my happiness. Then slowly that kid left that town and came to Bangalore, studied in #1 college, engineering college, RV college in Bangalore, and went on to become university topper. And when you are university topper in engineering, usually president or governor comes for a convocation ceremony. They honor. He was gold medalist. He gets a letter from vice chancellor, head of engineer, university. Letter ಏನಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Your son has done a tremendous job. Please, you are welcome to Bangalore to witness this convocation. He's getting a medal from President of India. Mom was overjoyed. Abba, ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ನಪ್ಪ. He went in a good direction. Thank God ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ she's packing the luggage. Again, son comes inside bedroom and says, Mom, have you gone mad or what? You want to insult me in front of entire Karnataka because it comes in TV. You want to insult in front of my entire Karnataka? Then kid said, mom said, hey, it's okay. You don't get unhappy. Okay, hogu nin parvagilla. And that's how mother and son got separated, my dear friends. After 10 years, mother gets to know from some source that her son is in Delhi as a successful businessman. Without even giving a second thought, she rushes to Bangalore, takes a train. She knows only Kannada. She doesn't know Hindi. She doesn't know English. She goes to capital city of the country, Delhi, holding the 10th standard photo. Knock. Do you know my son? Do you know my son? Do you know my son? Do you think it is easy to find like that? Impossible. But mother's love is so powerful that on 9th day, she goes and stands in front of a house which is completely decorated and illuminated. A party is going on. And she goes there near the gates. She holds the gate railing. Her eye contacts with the son's eyes. He was standing there with a glass of champagne. He's partying there. Celebrities have come. Businessman, na? Now, do you think he's seeing his mother after 10 years? He will melt down? Watchman! Without even giving a second thought, how my mother ended up in Delhi, he throws her away from his home. Mother is completely disappointed, dejected, devastated. She takes train and returns back. The relaxation. Oh, maybe we have some property and all. His mom wanted to discuss about property in village. Immediately he takes flight to Bangalore. From here he goes in a luxury car to Magadi. He goes inside the streets of Magadi. He reaches his home. In front of his home, there's a huge crowd. He moves everybody, and then he sees there his mother lying dead on the ground. She has died. Mother Satobu. That time also he doesn't realize his mistake. His eyes goes towards her hand, which is having a piece of paper. He thinks Amma will barditirbeku, will. Property, money. He takes that paper and starts reading. And do you know what was written? My dear son, I knew one or the other day you will come and meet me. I had kept one secret from you. When you were just 2 years old, you had met with an accident on the road. You had lost your eye, and I had given my eye to you. Please take care. That moment son realizes his mistake, that it was his mother's eye which he was carrying. He falls down to the ground. Amma, please, please. One time I want to say sorry. Get up, Amma, please. Mom, please. He literally cries. He shouts. Do you really think mother will get up? She's gone. That is why I was crying, my dear friends, because I realized as a teenager, most of the times, simply we rebel against our own parents. Correct, Alva? We don't even see how much our parents, what your parents have expected from you. Tell me, have they expected you to work hard, go, no, morning you have to go work and put newspapers? Any 9th, 10th standard student here? You need to earn. Any parents have taken a contract from you? Tomorrow you should earn money and build a big bungalow for me. Anybody? Any parents have asked you to buy a car for you? Nothing. Your parents have least expectation from you. Only expectation. Do you know what? You have to be happy, my dear child. And do you know why they tell you to score good marks? So that you are happy. Nothing else. There is nothing else. They want you to be happy. And by seeing you happy, they are happy. And that day I realized how I had taken my parents little for granted. Sometimes mother requests, oh, Lama, I'm busy playing Free Fire. We behave like VIP sitting there. Mom should come and give water, juice. We even tell mommy, put on the fan. Your mom is not a slave, my dear friends. Respect your parents. Today, if your mom, your father is sitting next to you, go and tell sorry after this session. And tell them thanks. And tell them thanks for what they have done to you. And touch their feet. You will get the best blessings of your lives. And that blessing will never, I'm telling you, today, whenever I walk out of my home, I always touch my parents' feet and go. Do you know why? Because that becomes as a protective cover. Parents' blessings are unconditional blessings. Nobody blesses you with intention, right? In business world or anything, there is an expectation. Parents doesn't expect anything. I told you, right? Their only expectation is you have to be happy, nothing else. So they bless you wholeheartedly without any expectation. So dear students, if you feel that you have done such mistakes, go and tell sorry to your parents and correct those mistakes. And second, be grateful to them. Tell them thanks. Right? Just because somebody has got some good phone, we fight with our parents. Yeah, your parents are struggling and they have given something to you. Be value it now first. We 3 brothers are all first rank. We all 3 brothers scored 96%, 96%. One more brother, 99.66%. Still we didn't ask bike from parents. Okay? They have given enough. Let me work hard. Let me grow well. Then I will do whatever I want. That should be the attitude all you students should have. Can I expect that from all of you today? Right? Can I expect that from all of you? Thank you, students. Thank you so much. You have been such a wonderful students. Right? I really loved being with you today. And I have to tell you, just a moment. I have to tell you today, I had an amazing time with all of you. See, just look at your watches. It's been more than 1 hour, 15 minutes. And I saw not even moving from their place. They're sitting and listening so beautifully. I loved such a wonderful audience. I am going to give you another just 5 minutes. If anybody has any questions, you can ask me, right? Any questions?
So students, whoever wants to ask question can raise your hand. So keeping the time in mind and time constraint, we'll give you a chance for other 3 or 5 questions to be taken up. So whoever has a question, you can just raise your hands virtually so that I'll unmute you and you can talk to Mr. Vinay directly.
Sure.
I must say, Mr. Vinay, it was a wonderful session and inspiring session.
Thank you.
Yeah. So first question we have from Chinmay Santosh.
Chinmay is from 4th standard. I really appreciate you taking initiative, my dear. Very nice. That is what is the leadership quality.
Sir, how to manage time really, sir?
Very good question. Okay, tell me, Chinmay, you are in 4th standard, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what all you do in your study time? What you do usually? See, I know you have school from morning, usually 8 o'clock, right?
No, sir.
9:40,
10 o'clock.
8:40 to 2:50 is that?
8:40 to 8:40 to 50, right? Okay, that is the time you are with your classes, correct?
Yes,
Good.
sir.
After that, what you usually do? If you tell me, I will help you out. What do you usually do after that? After your classes are over, what
After
is that
that, I
you
will
usually do?
study 1 hour.
Okay.
After that, I will go playing, sir. After
Ve-
the, I will watch some TV and I will go to study. After that, and after like evening, I will do drawings, sir.
Very good. Very good. So, Chinmay, you are already managing your time so effectively. Studies also you are doing. You are playing also. You are watching TV also. At the same time, you are following your passion, which is art, which is equally important. And that is your hobby right now, right? You are doing art, drawings.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate it. Then where are you finding difficulty? Actually, you tell me. I'll help you out there. You are doing everything. If I
Studying
found,
all
yeah,
the time,
if
sir.
as a
Studying.
study you want to give more time to study.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sometimes
Right.
I will not study so much.
Okay. How much time you study usually, Chinmay?
1 hour to 2 hours, sir.
Okay. See, if you're doing that 2 hour study entire year, right, that's more than enough. Honestly, I'll tell you, it's more than enough. But during exams, yes, you need to invest at least 5 hours study, 5 to 6 hours. For your fourth standard, I would say 3 hours are also more than enough, right? But still, my suggestion is that you wake up early, or how is it?
Sir, I will wake up early, sir.
Timing?
Or 6 o'clock.
Okay. Now see, my one small addition here is that usually after your classes, you are quickly, after lunch, you are telling me that you will study for 1 hour. That is a very good point. Then you are playing, then you play, see, simple 3 hours you need to study. After your classes, have lunch, study quickly so that it revises whatever you studied, whatever has been taught in your class on that particular day. Quickly you are revising 1 hour, correct?
Yes, sir.
Next, go play, do whatever you want. Then again in the evening, 1 hour you study. Then morning you're telling me you're getting up at 6 o'clock. That is the best habit you have. Just 1 hour you study in the morning also, because your mind is fresh. So you covered 3 hours, more than enough. Children. To start with, this is good amount of time I'm telling you. Afterwards, you can little bit add on 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Is that fine? But don't be so compulsive that you on 3 hours, Odila sir, what will happen? Nothing like that. You study 2.5 hours someday, 3.5 hours someday. Someday you're not studying, you went with your family outing, no problem. Don't have to feel guilty about it. Good enough? But I'm so happy, Chinmay, that you took initiative being a fourth standard kid. Hats off to you. And the best thing is you are into multiple things, which is making your mind creative. Very good, Chinmay. Very confident kid.
Yes.
Yes.
So anybody else who want to ask questions, you can raise your hands virtually so that I'll unmute you. Any 10th standard students, it's a really great interaction where you can talk to Mr. Vinay directly. Yes.
Yeah, Dikshita and Ramit.
Dikshita. Yes, Dikshita, you can unmute.
Unmute. Sir, I really enjoyed your class.
Thank you so much.
We understood how to pass in exams all. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so no, any questions from you, Dikshita?
No, sir.
Dikshita wanted to thank you personally. Yeah.
Thank you, Dikshita. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Ramit.
Sir, my question is how to keep mind away from distractions.
Okay, very good question. Ramit, you have phone, right?
Yeah.
Simple. Now see, do you know the biggest distracting factor in the phone? It is not the phone itself, it is the notification in the phone. Observe, we all keep all the notification, you know what Instagram, then immediately our mind goes, okay, let me.
Actually, it's
and
not
WhatsApp
the phone, sir. Actually, my distraction is that whenever I sit for studying, mind doesn't stay in control, it just goes away.
No, I completely understand. I'm just giving an example of phone. Like the way phone distracts us continuously by notification, because we have not kept that phone in that no disturbance mode. Same thing applies when you're studying. When you are studying, the smallest okay, you're telling basically, when I'm studying, my mind wanders everywhere, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, all the students, one quick thing I'll share with you here. If you have the attitude of writing while studying, you will control most of the distraction. Trust me. You can try this today, Ramit. Because when you're reading one paragraph, slowly mind thinks something else. For example, you're reading history only. It goes in that history. Then again, we start zoning out. Then we see that paragraph, missed. So again, we start reading from first, correct? Now, what I'm trying to tell you is that all the students here, the best way you can keep your mind hooked is while studying, just write. In fact, I'll tell you today also, if I do any corporate programs or any program, I write. We have technology where we can type and we can create content. I create that also, but I write. Handwritten mind print. So today's program only, I have written. Okay, how should the program run? First, I need to talk about fear. Then this completely. It is there, but I am not seeing it now. When I wrote it with absolute concentration, now I'm able to recollect everything during my talk. You would be thinking, right, sir, you're starting in the end, sir, confused, continuous, you're speaking. It is simply because I have given many talks, that is a different story. But Ramit, for your distraction, see, general prescription, what people say is start doing meditation a little bit, which will help you to gather your mind. And trust me, whoever has tried meditation, don't try more than 2 minutes starting. Otherwise, you start hating meditation. Only 2 minutes. How much, Ramit? Only 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Because in 2 minutes, only bringing your mind is a headache. And meditation hurts. When your mind starts wandering, you start, hey, I want to open my eyes now. Ashta frustration. Better start with just 2 minutes. This is to build your focus and concentration. One. Second most important, Ramit, is when you are reading, my suggestion is right. I'm telling you the reason I got 99 in chemistry is I wrote reactions. My mother used to come and collect from dustbin these many number of pages, rough pages. Every day inge dump ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು pages ಬರೆಯೋದು ಹಾಕೋದು. Dump. So practice. Students, again, I'm telling you, that will also help you to retain in your memory. Plus, it will keep you concentrated. And Ramit, don't study continuously for 2 hours and all. 45 minutes is the ideal time. Then take 5 minutes break. Then start fresh. There is something called Pomodoro technique. Because of short of time, I'm not able to say. You can just Google it. Pomodoro technique. 45 minutes ಓದ್ಬೇಕು, 5 minutes take a break, then again 45 minutes study, then 5 minutes break, then 45 minutes. Rather than studying 3 hours, if you start studying 3 hours, now your brain starts little bit, zone out after energy. You're not excited. Even if you're reading, it is actually not getting into your head. So you need to take quick breaks, 5 minutes breaks. But the biggest mistake what we students do, we go for 5 minutes break, then we take 50 minutes break. Because something is going on in TV and we also sit there watching. That should not be the case. Right, Ramit? I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So next we have Aram J.
And Rahul also.
Remember while writing, sir?
Yes. Who is this? Aram. Yeah, Aram. Tell me.
Sir, how to remember while writing, sir? If
Means...
you have written something notes, sir, we cannot remember that on that time.
Okay. Very good question. See, for that, again, we need to go a little deep. See, you are reading something and you are writing. For example, definition you are practicing, correct? The problem is that we try to by heart the definition. Students, listen very carefully here. We always by heart the definitions. Never do that. First, understand. Ask. Today, we are very scared to ask. We are ready to ask pocket money. We are ready to ask this mobile phone. We ask everything. But when it comes to asking doubts, then we don't ask. Now, see, very few people are raising their hand because they want to ask. Others also have doubts, but they will not ask. Nothing. Nobody will think like that. So, students, listen carefully. Always, if you have some doubts, ask. Now, I forgot his name. What is his name? Aram, right? Yeah. Now, see, Aram. Yeah, Aram Jain. Now, see, when you are writing definition, you will zone out. And by heart, please don't do it. I'm not against by hearting because definitions are important. First, you need to understand, then by heart. Then that by hearting is very easy. Without understanding anybody by heart, right, that also causes stress to you. Nenpilla, stuck. You ask people to tell definition, they start telling definition, they get stuck. Then do you know how they start? They start from first again. That shows because they want to get it in the flow. So, Aram, all I'm suggesting to you is that when you're writing, when you're reading, if you practice the definition, and the definition practice, Newton's third law of motion, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. You're writing one. Next comes, okay, for Aram and for everybody else here, I would like to add, there is something called mnemonics. Heard of it? Mnemonics and acronyms. This we usually teach in our institution. Anyways, we'll keep it aside. Mnemonics and acronyms is something. Acronyms is VIBGYOR. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. You know all VIBGYOR, right? 7 colors, white, when it diffracts or what you call, dispersion of light, correct? Seven color lights. You remember in the form of Vibgyor, that is acronym, means you are condensing it. Mnemonics is you are making a sentence like, my very educated mother just showed me Netflix. Earlier it was 9 planets. Pluto got decommissioned. My, that is Mercury, very Venus, educated Earth, mother Mars, just Jupiter, showed Saturn, showed us Uranus, just showed us is Uranus, Netflix, Neptune. Over now. This is called mnemonics. You remember in this way also, so that you'll never forget. Aram, you're understanding? Whatever you're studying, always try to use in the form of mnemonics and acronyms. Right? There are like that so many interesting things, which you can also form on your own. You can make a song out of it, then you'll never forget it. Right? Thank you, Aram. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you, sir. So we have our last question, I think, from
yeah, sure, ma'am. No problem.
Yeah.
And anybody has any questions, my suggestion to you is that you can just take the screenshot of this slide. Any personal issue also, like emotional issue or something, sir, I can't share in front of everybody. You can reach out and we will help you out on that. Right? Yes, last question.
Good afternoon, sir. As the 10th standard students is having a 1.5 month time for the exams, some tips for us.
Okay. See, first and the foremost thing, discipline is very, very important. I'll tell you why. Because you need to frame your mind. See, the habit is not built just like that. It is like New Year resolution, right? Everybody tells you this New Year, I want to take a resolution. I want to lose weight. I want to do this. I want to do this. And most of the resolutions get broken just because lack of discipline. Right? Any habit is formed. There is a technical aspect to it. Any habit in life is formed if continuously it is followed for 21 to 28 days. Anything. Sir, I want to wake up early morning, 5 o'clock. You do that for 21 to 28 days, naturally it becomes habit. Afterwards, it is not a pressure. You wake up. You don't even need an alarm, you wake up. Having a food at the right time, that you make it as a habit, you do it for 21 to 28 days. Right? Now, why I'm telling this? Because since you have just 1.5 months time, if you can go with that kind of discipline, right? Because what usually happens, I know, students make a planner. I have 5 subjects, sir, or 6 subjects, sir. I need to keep one subject 5 days, another 5 days, 5 days, 5 days. And we start taking it lightly. And the biggest mistake most of the students do is they call other friends and ask, how much have you studied? Agree? We don't have to worry about what others are doing. You don't have to worry. Don't do this mistake and waste your next 50 days, because I know this will happen. You will ask, and most of the people will tell, I have not studied, and you also become comfortable. Okay, nobody has studied, let me also not study. You are fighting your game or your match, your war. You are not fighting, you are not competing with anybody else here. Remember that. You are building a nice life for yourself, correct? And 10th standard is one of the steps. And during this step, what you need to do right now? Just focus on your goal. You don't have to get distracted with that one thing. And second thing, if at all you want to talk to friends, you teach them. Do a group study. That is also okay. As long as your parents are okay with, because of COVID and all, it's okay. You can meet with friends, talk, sit. 4 of you can solve question papers. One most important thing for all 10th standard students is practice papers as many possible. Practice. Like you set a timer, 3 hours, you take a test. I know you have your preparatory examination, but there is self-test is also equally important. Sit at home, practice. The more you, there's one statement, okay? The more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in the war. You understood? The more you sweat in the practice, the less you bleed in the war. It means today, the more you practice, in examination, you will go very confident. I'll tell you the 12th standard examinations, 10th also. I went around, I've seen in Bangalore, especially girls and boys, parents will be dropping them to school for examination. They'll be sitting behind their father, holding that book. Their father's back becomes a desk there. They'll hold the book last minute. Why you are taking so much attention? After all, it's an exam. Go there. Please don't put this in your mind that it's board exam is something. Nothing. It is the same exam, same questions only. Just go with confidence. And if you make a very good preparations well before exam, I never carried any notes or textbook to examination home. I left it at my home. Morning, I revised. Definitely, I went through 2 hours before the examination. 2 hours I went through, then keep it there. Thank God. Go confidently, sit with dad, go there, sit in classroom, don't talk to anybody. Because one friend will ask, have you studied this? Then suddenly you start doubting. And then you open textbook, classmate, and you just to disturb your rhythm in the mind, the peace in the mind, because you need to go and sit with peace. And all 10 students, when you sit in examination, first 5-10 minutes, just to take a long breath. 10 to 20 long breaths. Even I take long breath. I'm not suggesting you. Today, whenever I give a talk, do you think that, sir, you spoke very confidently, sir. But do you really think that I was very confident before starting this? I was confident, but I was also nervous. And it is very natural to be nervous. Why I was nervous today talking to you people? Because I have to give my best. I can't simply talk normally and go. I want to create an impact. So best is expected out of me. Your principal, Padma ma'am, has a lot of expectation over me. So I have to deliver it. Correct, right? So what I'm trying to tell all of you is that nervousness is very natural, but take some 10 to 10, 20 long breaths before your examination and write around. So points easy. I am confident Samiksha will do well, and all the 10 students, you will definitely rock, right? Just anybody last minute you're finding it difficult or something, you can definitely take the screenshot and reach out if you have any emotional, anything generally you want to ask, because we are trying to reach out, to students who are facing this in the last minute, right? That is all from my side to the management here.
Thank you so much, Vinay, for being with us and motivating our students, I must say. And as I told in the beginning, yes, our class 1 to 7 have their FA tests from Monday.
Okay.
So next week, I think it was the right time for them to listen to you, get motivated, and also like tune up their way of they study or all this and gear up. And even our 10th standard students are all really excited to listen to you. And because of time limit, we could only interact with few of them. As you said, others, whoever had any other doubts, you can always take the screenshot of the slide, whatever was told, and you can contact Mr. Vinay. Thank you everybody for joining here and making this event successful. So thank you so much, Mr. Vinay and team.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, and thanks to the management of the institution and all the wonderful students here and parents as well. You supported sitting next to them. It means a lot to me. I had a great time today. Saturday was amazing. Wish you all the best. The best gift all of you can give me and your teachers, you know it. Go and implement whatever was discussed and really rock your examinations. Okay. I expect you all to rock your examinations. Thank you. Bye. All the best.
Thank you so much. And we never got to know the time also. It's more than 1.5 hours. So you just kept us engaged so well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Have a nice weekend.